Welcome to Spillin Sweet Tea, the podcast that pours out a little bit of the good happening all around us and reminds us we're all a little bit more connected than we think. I'm your host, Morgan Robinson, and I'm so excited to be continuing our Women of Achievement series with our final honoree, our Woman of Empowerment, Tamika Wilborne. Tamika is the Community Engagement Manager for the YWCA Charleston, where she really puts into profession her passion for uplifting others, making those community connections, solving problems, and leading with passion and purpose. We're so excited to dive into the conversation today to talk a little bit more about her experiences and why she is excited to be honored as a Woman of Achievement this week at the Women of Achievement Luncheon Friday, March 6th at Embassy Suites. We are so excited to be part of that event and to share her story today. Welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So excited to meet you. I know you and I have worked a little bit before, but never had the pleasure of meeting in person, so very excited to have you here.
Thank you.
We're going to dive in. What is bringing you joy right now?
I'm going to say my work. My work is bringing me joy right now. When you meet someone broken or down and out and you're able to change that or have them trust you, that's just like bringing me joy that I was able to make a difference.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about what you do at the YW. Community Engagement Manager has such a wide...
Well, actually, I started off as a domestic violence advocate for Resolve.
Oh, okay.
So that was my passion. And then they asked me what I consider being the outreach specialist, which means my office was in Health Right. Mm-hmm. So if you came in and you needed help, you would see me.
Oh, wow.
Still for domestic violence.
Yeah.
And then my wonderful CEO was like, would you consider? And I wanted to be out there. And I'm like, instead of just helping Resolve or domestic violence, I can help people who are unhoused or seniors or the children. So I'm like, yes. So I'm just now learning this role. It has a few hiccups, but I'm just now learning this role, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm loving it. I love working for the YW.
I think you mentioned seniors, unhoused, domestic violence survivors, children. I think people don't realize how many of our community members the YW serves every day.
I hear that all the time. They're like, oh, I went to this thrift store. I'm like, what thrift store? They're like past and present. I'm like, well, that is ours. I said, not only do we clothe our guests, because we call them guests.
Yes.
I said, but we take donations. We get them ready for jobs. We also take care of our seniors. We have a readiness center. We have the homeless center. We have the domestic violence center. We have court advocates. We have so many different programs. Our hand is in everything.
Absolutely everything. And it's not just life-changing, it's life-saving programs. In so many, especially as an advocate, I would think that you would see so much of that, people's lives that you're literally saving, being in these situations of domestic violence, of homelessness, and really how we're turning over an entire existence.
It's funny because when you look at someone, sometimes you just assume, or you might assume, well, they're homeless because they're lazy or they're on drugs or because they don't want to work. And that's not true. You're literally one paycheck away from being homeless. Most people are, including myself. All it takes is something to happen and you cannot bounce back. I was once homeless and I look just how I look now. And I didn't have the drug problem. I didn't have the alcohol problem. But if I did, I still should be able to get help, but I didn't have that. Just one paycheck. And so our mission is to give back and not to judge and to treat everyone the same, or if not better, because I treat you better.
Treat everyone with respect and compassion and integrity, because we are all worth it.
That's right.
We all have worth. I think that's so wonderful. And it's something that I think we don't get past our own judgments and insecurities and stereotypes sometimes. And the work that you do truly looks without judgment and helps without question.
We can't be in this work if you're going to judge someone, or if you're going to hold their past against them. Some of the greatest advocates are people with a past who have experienced or even been helped by the YW.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right too. And something a lot of people learned during COVID, the one paycheck. being one paycheck away from your life being completely changed, from losing your home, from losing your food source, from losing your insurance, those kind of catastrophic issues that we all face, but you don't think about it until it happens to you.
Exactly.
And knowing that the Y is a safety net.
We are.
In so many ways, with so many superheroes like yourself and your team members that are there to pull people up out of those.
My directors.
Your directors.
My board, my CEO. Those are our superheroes.
Yes.
They make it happen.
They do.
They make it happen so that I can be where I need to be. To help who I need to help, because I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't do it without our community who donates and volunteers.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful to see everyone work together.
It's a full circle.
It's a full circle.
It is a full circle.
So thinking over the past year, has there been a moment that's really moved you and stuck with you?
I'm going to say you help someone and you know you help them. And when you really, for me, it's just being me, so I didn't even know I made a difference. I just was trying to help, and for that person to come back and let me know you saved my life. She was like, you saved my life. And that felt good. She was like, I know you really care. And that felt good because I wanted her to know, yes, this is a job. Yes, I get paid for it. But if I could, I'd do it for free. I really care and love what I do.
I'm sure, yeah. And how wonderful that she did take that time to tell you, because we don't see that, you know.
And I don't expect it.
Right. And how, you said made you feel good. How did that make you feel when you thought about it later that day?
I was smiling.
Yeah.
I was happy now because you have some sad stories, but this wasn't one of them. And it just felt good because so many times people go back to their abuser or something happens and now they're unhoused again, or they lose their water or their electricity or whatever the case may be, or their children. So this was one of those good vibes.
I love that. That does feel good. It does. It's good. And it's good to share that good feeling.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of advice have you received? Any good advice that you like to share with your guests and your clients, or advice that you carry with you in the work that you do?
The advice, I think, that I'm enough. That I'm strong enough, I'm smart enough, I'm enough.
That's something that I don't think we think about needing to hear, both as little girls and grown women, right? That we are enough just as we are. And I know a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves to check boxes and make accomplishments and achieve goals. But sometimes, all of the time, just your existence is enough.
I want to be beautiful on the inside more than I am on the outside. Yeah. So I want that is what I want to radiate, what I want to come out and shine. And by that, I mean just serving and helping whoever I need to help, however I need to help. I just want to be a blessing to someone else.
Oh, I think you're achieving that. I think you're achieving that. And I'm so glad that the YW is recognizing that with your honor as women.
16, thank you.
Yes, very excited. So are you from Charleston originally?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually was from Charleston, West Virginia. I left when I was about 6 months old, and I moved to California.
Okay.
So I came back here about 25, and actually, that's a long story, and I'll tell you about that another time. Yes.
Okay. What part of California?
The valleys.
Okay.
Like San Fernando Valley.
And so you were there from an infant
to about 24.
25. Yeah. Wow. What brought you back to Charleston, or is that part of the story?
That's part of the story.
What did you take from your time in California that you bring with you here in West Virginia?
That there's some good people. There's some good people of every race. There are some good people. And I guess being a California girl, I'm more laid back, less judgmental.
Yeah.
And just kind of enjoying life. Yeah. And some people had easier lives and some are harder. So if I can help them out and not judge because your life went one way, because it could have just easily been mine.
Absolutely.
So I just thank God that it wasn't. I don't have I got 99 problems, but certain ones weren't part of it. No, so I think I brought that in maybe just the joy
Joy, yeah. You radiate some optimism and positivity and just hope and faith that things will be okay. Yeah, you succeed.
Thank you. Thank you, girl.
What's something that you are unapologetically passionate about?
For a long time, I didn't have a voice, or I didn't use my voice. And now if you talk to anyone, they're like, she's so loud. She has no filter, and I'm working on boundaries. But yeah, I'm me. I deserve to be heard. I deserve to be respected, and my opinion matters. And I will not apologize for that.
Yes. I love that, though. We do. We have a voice. We have the opportunity to use it. And when you do, to have that confidence that you will be heard.
Because sometimes it's hard. Because then you don't want to seem like you're that angry woman, or you're aggressive or bossy.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard finding that middle.
You always see that, we tell little girls that they're bossy. Why aren't we telling them they're leaders?
Exactly. Someone told me a while ago that I was bossy. It actually was one of my best friends. And she's like, you didn't know? And I'm like, no. I always thought I just was assertive.
Yeah. I would have said thank you.
Yeah, well, it didn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt it. I was like, really? Wow.
It is. Me? I would never.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, interesting. If your life had a soundtrack, what song would be playing right now?
Beyonce. No, Destiny's Child.
Okay.
I'm a survivor.
Yes.
What
a classic. Yeah. Any reason why that's resonating with you right now?
Because I survived a lot. I'm thriving now, but I survived a lot. A lot. So when people hear my story, they're like, but you don't understand. Oh, no, I do, because I was that girl. I was in a domestic violence relationship. I was unhoused at one point. I was that person. I had open heart surgery at 44. Wow. I went through a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm still joyful, and I'm here.
I feel like that needs to be there. They need to have a reunion. Instead of just being a survivor, I'm a thriver.
I am thriving.
I love that.
And living my life and loving every moment of it.
I love that. Yes. Yeah. That is something to cheers to, if you will. Yes. Cheers. What really drew you to the mission of YW? You said you've had a few different roles, but what brought you to the organization to serve?
The first I've heard about the YW is I got help years ago, and I met some wonderful people who helped me. Actually, they worked at Sojo's, and they just helped me. So that kind of stayed with me. And later on, I'm like, wow, they're hiring for domestic violence advocate. And I'm like, I wonder if I'll be strong enough to help.
Yeah.
But I've been through it, so mentally, but I had just had my open heart surgery, and I'm like, am I strong enough? And I wasn't really feeling myself and didn't have much confidence. And I interviewed with the manager at the time, Brandy Reese, and another lady, and they made me feel good. And then she took me under her wing, and she, that person who always just like, you're doing good. She made me feel great, taught me how to be an advocate, and then she made me realize I was an advocate before I was an advocate. And that was like, wow, look at me. Look at me. But yes, their mission aligns with how I feel and how I would want to be treated, and how I want to be valued and how I want to be seen. So
I love that you said that. I was an advocate before you had the title. I love that.
Yes.
And I think that we don't realize the power of our voice. When we start to use it, we don't realize how much power is behind the experiences that we've had. And even if you don't have the education, life is giving you that education through those experiences. And there is no one stronger to be an advocate and to be an ambassador and a cheerleader for these clients that are going through tough situations than someone who's been there themselves.
Exactly. It's just that, a fine line you just have to remember. how you got out of it, how you went through, they might not.
Right. That's such a good point. Not everyone does it the same way, but as long as the outcome is where you need to be, then it's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest challenges that you've had having that shared experience? I'm sure that is very personal to you, and that probably makes it maybe more challenging, but also maybe more fulfilling in the work that you do.
I think when I was an advocate, when they go back, when they go back to their abuser. Yeah. Because you worry, you wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're invested. But you have to learn not to take it personal.
Yeah.
And it is hard. And most people, it's 7 times. I learned that number 7 times. It normally takes 7 times before you leave.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. And it's something that I feel like we hear, but unless you're experiencing it or you've had someone really close to you experience it, you don't understand.
No, you don't. And that's why we're out there and we do community events and we spread awareness. And that's why I like working for the YW. And now that I'm not limited to one program, I can represent all the programs.
Yeah.
So, you know, if your passion is seniors and you can come out and help our seniors, or if your passion is dealing with our children, because we also have our daycare, you can come out, or you want to feed a senior or help them learn how to cook a meal, or take one of our families and teach them how to plant a garden. I love that.
I do too. Give people the skills that they need to lift themselves up while you're...
And have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. At the Kitty Julie Center, so much fun has been had. I think there's a party there every night.
Yes, I know she's tired.
She's got to be tired.
She's tired.
Teresa's got to be tired.
She's tired.
I saw even, what was it, just this month, there was like paints, poetry.
Yes.
Gosh, everything.
She had chefs
there. Yeah.
She had farmers there.
So cool.
we try to give back to the community as well. Not just you don't have to be in one of our shelters or our programs to receive help, nor to come to our programs. We have, most of our events are free, community-based. You know, we're nonprofit, so we do ask for, you know, people to donate, but not to come to our programs. That's for the community and hope.
Oh, yeah. It's so wonderful to see them come together and, like you said, learn a new skill. I mean, the cooking was so wonderful. And you mentioned the Shanklin Center.
Well, because sometimes people want to volunteer and they don't know how. Or what to do. And they're like, or they say, well, I don't have any money. Yeah. Well, can you knit? Can you crochet? Come out there. And you can teach them that, or bag up some meals, or you can come and cook a Thanksgiving dinner, whatever you choose to do. We have lots of things you can do.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Obviously, time, talent, and treasure. There's no wrong way to donate. And all of them are equal. We need every bit of it. We need your time. We need your talents. We need the treasure as well.
Come fold some clothes at past and present.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Whatever you have time for, we have a job that we can put you
in. Please. Please.
Yes. Any programs that are sticking out to you that have been really fun or rewarding or surprising?
I'm going to say all of them.
All of them,
Because remember, I went from domestic violence advocate to the outreach specialist for Resolve. Now I'm the YW community and engagement manager. So every program, because like I said, you go to this program and, you know, this director, Jabbar, he's over Sojo's. And his passion and how he deals with people who are unhoused, and it lets you remember or even think, that could be you.
Yeah.
So what you might need there. And then you have, you know, the seniors. Well, hopefully one day we're all blessed to be one.
Yes.
So we need to take care of them.
We need to take care of them. They've given us their time, now let's give them ours.
Then our store that gives back in more ways than one. And then, of course, our Kitty Julie Center.
Yeah.
And then Resolve, protecting our survivors.
Yes.
So I can't pick a program.
There's too many.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm in all of them. Yes. I want to help all of them. So, no, I don't have a favorite.
Well, I think that's one of the many reasons that you are a woman of achievement. You have done a very wonderful job about not talking about yourself and talking about all the amazing work that your team members and your guests.
I tell them, I said, I am so not deserving of this. There are so many other people who deserve it. It is an honor and a pleasure, but there are so many people who do such great work in our community.
Well, we appreciate you and we appreciate them as well. And that's been a theme that we've seen with all of the Women of Achievement that we've had conversations with, the humility that you all have and saying, but why, why me? Why not someone else? And I think that's one of the many reasons that you are being honored, because you would never give yourself that type of credit.
No.
What keeps you motivated on those hard days when you feel like there's been more challenges than successes and more frustrations than triumphs?
The fact that you have people and sometimes their families give up on them or their friends give up on them, and I don't want to be that person who gives up. So those hard days, I'm going to fight for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to do what I have to. As long as you want me, you need me, that's what I think. If not me, then who? If I give up, then what? So, keeps me going.
That's a
not
great.
That is easy.
That is not easy.
That is easy.
That is a great motivator. Yeah.
And then I think about all my directors or my CEO and people who gave me a chance. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you can do it. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, you can do it. So they didn't give up on me, so who am I to give up on someone else?
Yeah. I think people don't realize the power in being a cheerleader.
They don't. And sometimes you don't even know you needed one.
Yes, exactly.
You didn't even know you needed one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that does feel good. Thank you.
Yeah. I talked to, I think it might have been Sarah Bessie about this, but it takes a lot.
She's my favorite.
She is everyone's favorite. I love Sarah so much. But she and I talked about the power of being independent, but it takes a lot of support to be independent, and people don't realize that. You think being independent is just being a lone wolf, and that's not the case. It takes so much support from those around you.
It really does.
And we don't realize that. Everyone thinks I can just do it all on my own.
You can.
And that's a very hard way to live.
Why would you want to?
Why would you want to? Why would you want to? Yeah. And I think at the very core, the YW has a lot of cheerleaders. They have a lot of supporters and empowering women.
We are a village.
Yes.
We try to be.
Yes.
We are a village.
I say empowering women. I'm not going to leave out Jabbar. Sorry, Jabbar. He is wonderful as well. Right. Yeah. He's also empowering.
Don't you leave him.
I won't leave him out, I promise. He's doing amazing work in not only finding housing for his clients and guests, but also setting them up with bank accounts for the first time.
He is so passionate about what he does. Now, I'm not going to tell his story.
Yeah.
Because he has a story.
Right.
Which I think we all have stories. He has a story. Mm-hmm. And it'll let you understand him more and why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, navigating beyond what's going to solve their challenge now and what's really going to set them up for success in the future, I think is something that I've seen from Jabbar that's been really impressive.
And he's likable.
He is. He's such a fun guy.
It's certain work that you do, sometimes people forget, and it's hard. Mm-hmm. But you have to find that joy. Yeah, you have to, because you're dealing with people who are already miserable and sad and broken. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they just need you to be that sunshine on their rainy day. Yeah. And that's what we try. That's what we try to do.
You do see a lot of people on their worst days.
You do.
And give them the tools to create their best days.
Right. Their worst days, their worst months. Yeah. They're somewhere they never saw themselves being, whether that's in a shelter. They just, who imagines when I grow up, I'm going to be in a shelter?
Yes.
No one.
No one.
So while you're there, we try to make you comfortable and give you the skills that you need, set you up so that you can thrive.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to go into a little bit of a lemon slice right now. Ooh. So a lemon slice is something we talk about that may have been a little bit sour, but ended up teaching you a lesson that you needed to learn, or making your tea a little bit sweeter in the end.
Maybe it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Whether that's on your job, that's in life, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to ask for help.
I think it takes a lot more bravery to ask for help and to admit that you don't have all the answers.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is, because sometimes after you go through so much and you're strong and you're this person, and sometimes it's hard to say, like, I need you, or I need help.
Yeah.
Can you show me? You don't want to be judged, or you don't want to be seen at a certain way, or so it's hard.
It is hard. You don't want to be seen as weak.
Exactly.
And I think that
Exactly.
asking for help is actually a sign of strength and not weakness, because you realize that you know that you need this, and that's what's going to make you better, what's going to make you even stronger.
Yes, ma'am.
That is tough. And that's a very sour chew for a lot of people,
really
though, to
is.
have to ask for that help and to step up and say, I don't know how to do this, or I can't get myself out of this situation.
I need help.
Yeah. Something else we do on the program is pour one out. So this is pouring one out for someone, giving them the accolades or their flowers, sharing appreciation for something that someone in your life is doing or has done. Who would you like to pour one out for?
I went through one of the hardest moments in my life a couple of months ago. And it's not my story to tell, but I'll just say my son had an accident. And he was shot in the head, and he survived.
Oh my goodness.
But the part, I had women pray for me and send me devotions and messages. I had women show up and cry for me. They were told not to reach out to me, to just give me my space, because I didn't want anyone to ask me anything, and I ignored them, and they worry even more. So I didn't want to speak to anyone, and they would sneak and send me messages like, I know we're not supposed to, but are you okay, girl? And do you need anything? And I mean, these are my coworkers.
Yeah.
Or my boss, or my director.
Yeah.
These are people who, they love me. They love you.
Yeah.
And I felt that. And I needed that, because it was something that I didn't foresee.
Yeah.
And it got me through that. And they're like, you take your time. And I mean, even human resource was like, if you need some months. And I'm like, no, I need to come back. I need to come back, because you know what I thought was, there's a mother or a father. One day, this will be something else, and I'll be helping. I, too, have survived
You've survived this. Yeah.
I, too, have survived this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It still touches me.
As it should. I mean, well, that is such a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't that long ago, so yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, the outpour of this community, I mean.
And don't we love women when they don't listen when they're told not to?
Yes, yes.
Because best of intentions,
Like,
but
if my boss is watching this, don't get on them. Don't get on them.
Best of intentions and fully understand needing the peace, but sometimes the peace needs to be disrupted with the love. Yeah.
And I appreciated that. Like, you were told not to. I'm the one who told her to tell you not to.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get what you didn't know you needed. And I needed that.
You needed it.
Just a little word. Are you okay?
Yeah. And sometimes I think it means so much coming from our friends, from our family, but coming from people that we don't expect it
Yes,
from.
who barely know you.
Yeah.
And I mean, every day I call it a love message, but it was like a devotion and little, paragraphs or little, just whatever, but it was beautiful.
Yeah. Knowing that you were on their mind, on their heart, and their prayers every day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think even when we know we're enough, and even though we know that we're worthy, having those affirmations from others is always very helpful in reminding us on our toughest days that.
And sometimes that when you work for companies, you have your good days, you're going to have your bad days.
Yeah.
You're not always going to agree with everything that your coworker does, or even your boss, but to know that when stuff goes down and that went down, that they pull together,
and that you have that
and you
support.
can't find a finer company to work for.
I love that. That's so wonderful.
It really is.
That's such a great gift, and probably our best pour one out that we've had
That's
so
right.
far.
Is it?
Yes, I think so. We're going to head to the sip list now, so a little bit less pressure.
Yes.
These are easy questions.
No more tears.
No more tears. So, tea, hot or iced?
Wow. I like a good iced tea.
Sweet or unsweet?
I should have it unsweet, but I do like it sweet.
I do like it sweet as well. I like, sometimes if I feel...
With lemon.
Yes, give me a little lemon. Sometimes I'll do like the half and half though. Half sweet, half unsweet if you want to be, like, oh, I'm going to be good. But yeah,
So hard.
I'm from Kentucky, so the sweeter the tea, the better it is. And I was the same with making Kool-Aid. It was like equal parts sugar and the Kool-Aid mix. So
See, they don't like my Kool-Aid.
what's your Kool-Aid?
I don't put enough sugar in it.
Well, then yeah, I probably wouldn't like it either. We got to sweeten that Kool-Aid up. You need like the whole 8-gallon jug in there.
1 cup.
Oh, no. You got to measure with your heart.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
What are you reading or listening to right now?
The Bluest Eyes.
Ooh, yeah. Yes,
Toni
yeah.
Morrison?
Yeah, Toni Morrison, yeah.
Because I am a collector of books. So, yeah. Because to me, it was like she was finding who she was.
Yes.
So, yeah, I like that.
That's such a great exploration of humankind, of who you are.
Seriously.
Yeah. What's something you're grateful for?
Life. For my life, for my children's life, my family's life. For my job. A lot of people, they're praying for exactly what you have. So on your bad days or your days when you're upset with your, like I say, your coworker or your husband or whomever, somebody else is wishing. They are wishing, praying that they were in that spot that you're in, that they had that job, or they had that wife, or that husband, or they had that house. So I am grateful and blessed.
I love that saying, if we all put our problems in a pile, I would still take my own back.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I might want somebody else's.
I don't want it,
For me, I might switch. I don't want mine anymore.
We'll trade it out a little bit. Everybody takes their turn.
Yes, please.
What are you watching right now?
I don't really, believe it or not.
I believe it. I don't know if you have time to watch TV.
I watch when I do watch YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Do you know where my guilty pleasure is on YouTube? What? Dumpster diving videos. I'm so impressed by them. They like crawl in there.
I'm kind of scared to go do it. But
I would be terrified. I would probably be attacked by some kind of like
raccoon.
feral creature. Yeah. Which also I would be fine with because I love raccoons, but it's fine.
One attacked me one time.
No, they didn't. This is my friend's like biggest fear. How?
It's a true story.
Are you serious?
Yes. I was walking down the street.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Minding
your own business?
Yes,
No.
coming from work, my second job. And this raccoon just came and he started like coming after me. So I'm swinging my backpack
Oh my
and
gosh.
screaming. And I know people were laughing,
Yeah.
but no one came to help me. And I'm running and he was.
Did he chase you?
Yes.
Oh my
I was so yeah, he tried to get me.
Oh, well,
I have to
sassy.
put that in my story.
I like that
Yeah,
story.
I survived that
You're
raccoon
a
attack.
raccoon survivor. Oh my gosh.
Be strong.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that, swinging my backpack around. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I was swinging that backpack.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And it didn't even stop him. He's looking up, honey,
like,
what you've got?
This girl right here. That's probably what he was thinking. Like, ma'am, I'm trying to get, beside you.
Yeah,
I'm not even
he's not, I'm
attacking
not
you.
even looking at you, okay? I've got my own business to swear.
So yes.
So who would you like to spill the tea with?
You know what? It's probably going to shock people, but I'm going to say Oprah.
Oh, I would, yes. That's not a shock. That would be
I'd
amazing.
like to pick her mind.
I know, just to be in her orbit for a while and learn from
Because
her.
her story.
Yes. Talk about overcoming adversity.
Exactly.
And using those experiences as an advocate, as an ambassador, and to really identify with anyone that you sit at the
I
table
mean,
with.
she couldn't.
Yeah.
She was like, how did you do it?
Yeah. At such a young age, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. People think that wisdom comes with years, and that really, there are people that are far younger than I am that are much wiser than I will ever be
I agree.
because of that experience and the way that they have navigated those challenges.
I agree.
Ooh, Oprah, I like that one. So our next segment is to pass the cup, where you get to ask me a question if you have one. So I don't know the question in advance, just whatever you came up with.
Okay, well, how did all this come about?
So I'm a yapper by nature, a storyteller by profession. And it was really in my mind for a long time to share positive stories, because as we talked about the Women of Achievement that came before you, we have such an amazing group of human beings right here in Charleston, in West Virginia, in the U.S. And I think we lose sight of the great work that people are doing and the passion that people have for so many activities and organizations and causes and just the betterment of our world in general. We lose sight of it because we're so inundated with negativity on things like social media or mainstream news. And I get it. They have stories to tell as well. But if I can shine a little bit of light on those that are doing good, those that are challenging the norm, those that are appreciating the diversity and the rich culture and heritage that we have here in Appalachia, and break some stereotypes, then I'm going to do my darndest to make that happen. And I'm going to enjoy it while I do it, right? This is all very selfish for me. I love hearing people's stories. I love learning about people. I love learning about causes. And really, my favorite question is, what are you unapologetically passionate about? Because we all have our soapbox, right? We all have our hot button, something that we could talk about until we're blue in the face. And not a lot of people get the chance to do that. So I love to be able to give people a platform to talk about the things that really matter the most to them. So that's why I started this. And of course, with the Women of Achievement series, longtime volunteer for the YWCA, huge advocate for the programs, and I'll say that plural because, as you've said, there are so many, huge advocate for all the programs, but have seen firsthand the massive impact that it makes on our community, and not just on the people that they serve, but the next generation who will hopefully not have to utilize the services because they were pulled out of that pattern. So being able to sit down with women that I admire, the Women of Achievement, and hear your stories and share them, while also giving a little bit more education about all of the wonderful work the YW does, has just been such a dream.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you all so much in the work that you do, and I know that you have the toughest jobs around on most days.
Well, on most days, but also one of the most enjoyable jobs.
Most rewarding.
We meet some incredible men and women and children.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I love that. My last question for you is, how does it feel to be a Woman of Achievement, the Empowerment Honoree?
Overwhelming. Honored. I'm honored, but it's like, no, not me, because I know so many women and men who probably deserve this more than I. Like, I just did what I'm supposed to do, and I was always told, like, you don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do it. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It is our job to uplift and help someone else out and do what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And like you said, break that cycle. If I can help you so that someone doesn't have to help your child later or your child's child later, then man, isn't that great?
That's great. That's the power right there.
Yes. Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too. I'm so excited. So our last sip today is something that I found from Porcelain Heart. It's from a poem called Porcelain Heart. So it is, I have grown into me, from the vultures that feasted on the love in my heart, to the predators that preyed upon my kindness, and the sorrowed hearts that held my porcelain heart, at first so gently, then dropped it without a thought. As it cried for pieces on its cold, barren floor, I have grown into me. I've become, and I've swapped my pain for compassion, my hurt for my healing, and my wounds for my wisdom. So I thank you to all those that demolished who I was so I could be who I finally became and find the strongest parts of me while breaking the shell from the weaknesses of all those so cocooned in their unease.
That's beautiful.
I loved it. I do. I think we find the strongest parts of ourselves when we feel the most broken. And I think that is the work that you all do on a daily basis, is helping to glue those pieces back together for so many people.
And with that, those broken pieces comes a better you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for spilling tea with me today. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we cannot thank Tamika enough for joining us today and for all of the work that she does every day in our community as an advocate for the YWCA Charleston. You've been following this series now for 5 weeks, I think it is, and we are culminating with the event happening this Friday, March 6th at the Embassy Suites. Tickets are still available. It is a beautiful luncheon.
Beautiful luncheon. Come out and support.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, Maria.
No, please.
Not me hosting the show.
You get in here, girl. I'm going to lean back.
Out. Please come out. The money goes to a good cause. We are a nonprofit. We need the money to go ahead and take care of our programs, take care of our people, take care of our community. So we'd appreciate it if you'd come out. Again, tickets are on sale with the YWCA.
Yeah. So you can find those at ywcacharleston.org. There's also links on my social media and in this video description. As Tamika said, the work is so important, but it doesn't happen at no cost. So events like the Women of Achievement Luncheon not only empower us as community members with education, experience, and the passion that these women share on a daily basis, but it truly funds the mission that goes into making sure that these services are happening on a daily basis. So by buying a ticket to a lunch, you are essentially helping someone out of an unhoused situation. Yes. You're putting food on the table for a family. You're providing educational opportunities for children and a safe place for seniors to live out their golden years. All of that and more. And you get a great meal and a wonderful set of stories from some really inspiring ladies. But that is all for us on Spillin' Sweet Tea, and this concludes our Women of Achievement series. We're going to be kicking off next week with my friend, Coach Kid, getting the gang back together as he talks about his journey with an adoptive parent. So very excited to hear from him. We'll talk about his extensive air guitar collection, which I'm sure you all have been burning with desire to know how it's growing. That's going to happen next week, and then we'll be jumping into the Women's Leadership Summit with the State Chamber. So lots of fun and exciting things happening as we spill the tea here in Charleston. I'm your host, Morgan Robinson. If you enjoyed what we talked about today, if you felt inspired, if you felt educated, please give us a like, a subscribe, and check out the YWCA Charleston for additional information. In the meantime, keep your tea sweet and your outlook sweeter.